and so that the community is safe. Unfortunately, we also have Mr. Calderon that is deceased, and it's not lost upon us that a mother and a father have lost their child. However, this event, certainly we did everything that we could to get Mr. Calderon to surrender peacefully, but that didn't happen. Currently at this time, we have 2 Paso Robles police officers that have been placed on administrative leave, and 1 San Luis Obispo city police officer that's also on leave as we continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting. The Sheriff's Department is supporting the DA's office in the investigation and review of this, while the Paso Robles Police Department and the San Luis Police Department will also hold internal inquiries to make sure that the shooting met with state law, as well as our internal policies that regulate shooting within our departments. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have for us. So as you might recall, inside of the city of Paso Robles, I believe it was approximately 5 or 6 years ago, CHP was involved in a pursuit that came through town, and in our downtown corridor, CHP Officer Ayala, I believe, was shot in that particular shooting within the city limits. However, of course, we had our active shooter event that was here last year, but the shooting of that particular suspect was in the county area. So I believe that was, to answer your question directly, the last shooting that we had.
Chief Lewis, is there any additional information about Mr. Calderon you can share with us, exactly his background or anything else you might know?
That's all part of the investigation right now. He appears to have resided between here and Los Angeles most recently, and as part of that investigation, we're going to be looking into his background and the circumstances surrounding him being here in Paso Robles at this time. Sure, you bet. His last name is Calderon. First is Stevens, Steven. Middle name is Adam. He was born in 1989. Yes, ma'am.
How many people were evacuated from the apartment complex?
There were, off the top of my head, I was there throughout the evening. I think there was at least 3 apartment complex buildings, with all of them having about 5 to 6 apartments in them each, and we evacuated most of the people from those. So I don't have an exact number for you, but kind of gives you a scale and scope.
How many hours did it last? What time did it start and when did it wrap up?
You bet. So I have a little timeline here that our units were first dispatched to the scene at 3:56 p.m. that afternoon. By about 17:30 hours or 5:30 p.m., SWAT was activated and on their way out. And then, of course, the shooting happened that night around 1:15 a.m.
Again, Chief, you said that the suspect shot multiple times at police officers during an exchange?
Yeah, there was an exchange of gunfire at several points during that evening, with the suspect initiating those shots each and every time.
Do you know why he was in Paso Robles?
At this point, it seems like he was here visiting a girlfriend, but we're still looking into all the details surrounding that.
You did mention that he resided here on and off, but as of right now, he was a Los Angeles resident.
That's where he actually resided. We don't know whether he was here visiting or lives here, live-in. Those details are still being confirmed.
Was the girlfriend at the apartment during the shootout?
No. When she originally called the police department, our investigators were able to remove her from the scene and conducted the investigation into that portion of our investigation or the crime. Okay, I do have some pictures for everybody in case you want. I think we have a full-size display everybody got, but in case you want a printed copy, I do have a copy of Mr. Calderon's photo for any of your news articles or shows. So with that, unless you have any further questions, we'll update everybody as we have more progress on the case, and feel free to reach out. Thank you. Chief, did you have anything? I didn't mean to.
Hi, I'm Chief Rick Scott from the San Luis Obispo Police Department, and just wanted to say that anytime we lose a community member, it's a tragedy for all of us, and these are very unfortunate circumstances. We're thankful that no other of our community members were injured in this crisis, and that all of our first responders were also uninjured. This is a complex investigation with obviously many departments participating and cooperating. So we hope to provide more information as the investigation continues. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for your questions.
No.